Good evening, Internet. I am speaking to you from the confines of my bathtub. Because it's really comfy. First off, my bathtub's huge, which is nice. But it's also just strangely comfortable. I don't know why. And sometimes I'll just sit in it because it's nice and cool. And it's summer, and summer is the damn worst. Just screw you, summer. Screw you. It is the worst. The worst season, scientifically proven. If I were to rank the seasons, it would be winter, autumn, spring, summer. Summer's terrible. That's just a fact. That wasn't even a question I had. It's just something that I feel needs to be discussed. I do have questions. That Indian girl, who is awesome. I don't know if I really acknowledge her enough because she's amazing. She's one of the first people I met on this. I mean, met isn't the wrong word. She's one of the first people from this website who I ever talked to outside of it. And she's awesome. She's the reason I have my Magneto Was Right shirt, which is one of the best t-shirts I own. That's just a fact. Yeah, she asked me, do you have any more tattoos planned? Yes. Yes, I do. I have multiple tattoos planned. I don't know exactly when I'm going to get all of them. That's a question. I've got a design I want to get on my back shoulder that is a sword and shield. I want to get a tattoo of the logo for the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense from Hellboy. I kind of want to get the Blue Lantern logo as a tattoo. I know there are other things I want to get as tattoos, and I always forget about them when I'm trying to remember. What else? What other tattoos? I've got multiple ideas. There's a phrase that I really like that my best friend came up with that wields words like knives or wield words like blades. I can't remember the exact phrasing because I'm a little. But I love that phrase, and I really want it tattooed on my body. There's a poem by Trista Mateer, who is amazing, and I really want to get one of her poems tattooed on me somewhere. When I think of tattoos, this is the place I always go to my arm, as if I'm going to indicate where I'm literally going to get it. But that's not necessarily the case. She's got one of her poems that I really, 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 really like that I would love to get tattooed. Yeah. So that kind of answers the question, I guess. Yes, a lot of them, but I need to come up with more specific ideas as to which one I want to get next. Other question I got was from Royal Plush, who I have not known as long, but is also awesome. Question was, what ingredients make a perfect sandwich? Which this is a really difficult question to answer, because I feel like in a way, there's not one perfect sandwich. It comes down to a lot of things. It comes down to what you're in the mood for, what you're feeling like, what kind of sandwich do you want? The perfect grilled cheese is going to be different from the perfect turkey club. I feel like one of the things, like one of the keys that I would give to making an excellent sandwich is don't, I mean, do you ever like look at the screen and you're like, wow, you're just being ridiculous in your, what's it I'm looking for, in your, nope. Nope. Anyway, I was being overly pretentious, perhaps, about sandwiches. One of the keys, I think, to a good sandwich is you absolutely need to make sure you've got good bread. Like, if you've got terrible bread, it's going to be an okay sandwich, but it's not going to be great. I feel like this is where a lot of sandwiches fall short of their goals. You can get the best ingredients you want, but if you've got Wonder Bread, it's not going to be a great sandwich. It's going to be an okay sandwich, but it's not going to be great. Another step to making sure you've got an incredible sandwich is make sure you have the proper ratio of condiments. You don't want to short yourself on this. Because even if you've got fantastic bread, if you've got a great croissant, whatever, if you're not getting the proper ratio of the proper amount of mayonnaise or honey mustard or whatever you're using, it's going to potentially be dry and terrible. So make sure that you spend enough time and effort, I guess. Time and effort focused on that particular aspect of your sandwich. Like some of my ideal sandwiches, grilled cheese is amazing. I feel like grilled cheese, the mistake that a lot of people make when it comes to grilled cheese is being like, I just need bread and cheese. No. Because a grilled cheese that's just bread and cheese, it can be really good. It can be great. It can be great. But it can be better if you put something else on it. Grilled cheese and bacon is a classic. Grilled cheese and ham, grilled cheese and turkey, whatever. There's one sandwich I've had that was amazing. That was cheddar and like cinnamon apples. So good. So amazing. I really enjoyed that sandwich. I made it more than once. Plus, I just love making cinnamon apples because basically you slice up apples, put the apples, butter, brown sugar, cinnamon in a pan, and you cook it, and deliciousness happens. Another sandwich I'm really fond of, I really love French dip sandwiches. With cheese, with grilled onions, with grilled mushrooms, sometimes, always with horseradish. I feel like that's a sandwich where the roll that you're using is very important because you want a roll that is going to absorb the liquid for the actual French dip part, but is not going to fall apart. You want to go with a crusty roll, not like a soft French roll, because that's just going to disintegrate. The other key there is like moderation on the onions and mushrooms if you use them. The mushrooms are always optional on a French dip because sometimes they're just too much and will lead it to fall apart. But just like a small amount for the flavor and yeah. Other really good sandwiches, a California Club. I prefer turkey as opposed to chicken. I'm not a fan of chicken on sandwiches for some reason. I feel like turkey is always a better way to go. Or if you're going with a turkey sandwich, turkey, stuffing, cranberry relish, or turkey, cranberry relish, stuffing, Swiss cheese, and some mayo on that. That's fantastic. If you do feel the need to make a chicken sandwich, I'm definitely more of a teriyaki and pineapple fan. Sometimes you can get some, instead of the teriyaki and pineapple, you can go, well, I mean, you can go with guacamole instead. I mean, not guacamole necessarily. Like, I feel like guacamole is in a strange, like, inner range between, is it a condiment, is it an accessory, because it's not necessarily going to add enough moisture to the sandwich, but at the same time it's more of a texture thing than straight up avocados, which is what I was thinking of originally. Chicken, avocado, Swiss. But I mean, even in that instance, I feel like turkey's a better way to go. So basically, I guess the only thing we've gotten from this is my opinion on what ingredient makes a perfect sandwich, not chicken. Unless you're making chicken salad, and that's an entirely different thing. Yeah, so I feel like I've rambled on enough of that. It's like 11 minutes. So yeah. Got any other questions? Let me know.